Welcome, life groups, back to another week as we go through our sermon-based small groups. And today we're talking about, as most of you would know, the third chapter of Philippians. In fact, we're not just going to focus on Philippians. We're going to jump into Ephesians a little bit in life group today. I want you to think about if you were there this last week's sermon. And one of the things that really sticks out to me, and this is probably my favorite, admittedly my favorite chapter in Philippians, because Paul talks about not focusing on what's behind us. I mentioned that in the New Year's message that I have about the fact in the first week that we have rear view mirrors for a purpose and we're not supposed to spend all our time doing that. Well, we're kind of expanding on that today. I have a couple quotes that I want to share with you. Rudyard Kipling is the guy who wrote the Jungle Book, and he said this: "Never look backwards or you'll fall down the stairs." I think that's such a simple quote, a little funny quote, but it's so true. There's another quote out there that says this: "Don't look back. If Cinderella would have looked back, she never would have become a princess." So if she would have turned around to go get her shoe, to fetch her shoe, she wouldn't have become a princess. And then there's one more. You can't reach what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind you. I think one of the greatest tools of the enemy is our past, of what's behind us. Using that, using guilt, using shame, using regrets to push us down so we don't move forward in our faith. We talked about Paul writing about who he used to be. Paul talking about the fact that he was ultra religious. He was a rule follower. But then we talked about the fact that the Bible is clear that salvation does not come by works. It's not about what we do, it's about who we know. And if we know Jesus, we are to come to imitate him, and our works will follow that. So today, as you get into your life group, and the past 2 weekends, we've talked about that fact that we don't get to heaven by good works. We're going to dig a little deeper into that idea of good works. So with that, we have a list of questions that will come up on your screen. You can look at those, go through them at the pace that your life group leader feels you need to go through them. Remember that we are here not just to study the Word, but to connect. And as you meet week by week and get to know the people in your life group, I want to encourage you to start doing some life activities outside of this time together. We're built for relationship. I'm glad you're part of a life group, and enjoy your time with your group today as you go through these words of God and through these questions together.